All right, hi everybody. Sorry I can't be very expressive right now because your girl is taking care of her skin. But I just put this face mask on. I have to leave it on for 20 minutes, and I thought, you know, like, let's do a cute little reading vlog. I have my Kindle here. This was gifted to me by my man for my birthday. This is the newest one, I think, if I had to guess. And he also picked out the case for me, which is super cute. It's this just black and white flowers. And I am currently reading the Unhoneymooners. I am liking this one because it's a little more lighthearted. If you don't know what it's about, it's essentially, without giving away, well, it's very cheesy and cliche in the sense that, like, you'll understand when I tell you. So we have our main character. Wish I remembered her name. I'm not good at remembering character names unless it's a really, really good character. So we have our main character, and then, oh no, her name is Olive, or Olivia. She has a twin named Amy or Anna. So we have the two twins. Twin Amy is a perfectionist, extremely lucky, always gets whatever she wants. She has a wedding, and her hubby, the twins' hubby, oh, everybody say hi to my daughter. She's been waiting to cuddle all day. The twins' hubby has a brother named Ethan. Ethan is Mr. Perfect, tall, dark hair. I don't really know what his skin color is, but I'm imagining him as, like, the main character in a K-drama. Which doesn't make any sense because I definitely picture his brother as being, like, the whitest white dude ever. But anyways, twins' hubby has a brother named Ethan. Olive hates Ethan because she thinks Ethan is an asshole. Mind you, she's barely interacted with him at this point. Something happens at the wedding, and twin and hubby are not able to go on their honeymoon anymore. So, what do you know? Somehow, Liv and Ethan end up going on the honeymoon together. And the reason why I really wanted to read this is because the honeymoon is in Hawaii, and I love Hawaii. I'm obsessed with it. I went there once a couple years ago to visit my brother who lives there with his wife and his 6 kids. They have a lot of kids over there. They make the cutest fucking babies. So, but it's just a really cheesy, cliche rom-com book. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm in right now, the mood that I'm in right now. But anyways, yeah, so we're just getting cozy. We're reading for a little bit. I have about 15 minutes left in this chapter, so I think by the time I finish this chapter, I'll be able to take this off. And then I'm gonna go downstairs and cook dinner, and I'll come back upstairs and continue the video. Oh my God. See, this is what I love about this shit, because what gets me is, like, the anticipation. Like, this is gonna spoil, so if you plan on reading this book, maybe skip. But it's chapter 9, and they're just starting to realize that they're sexually attracted to each other. And they just did a quote-unquote couples massage. The concept is that the massagist teaches them how to massage each other. So Ethan just gave Liv a massage. This is the first time he's, like, touching her body in, like, a sensual way. Oh my God. I eat this shit up. So I'm on chapter 10. I'm about halfway through this book. I need to take this off because, as you can see, it is sliding down my face. And then I need to go make dinner because I'm starving. All right, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 11th at about 7 a.m. Way too early for me to be awake right now, but I went to a Pilates class this morning for 2 reasons. One of them being I made plans yesterday with my friends to go to dinner right after work, and right after work is usually when I would get my workout in. So I needed to plan to do my workout before work today. And also, I've been meaning to try out this place on ClassPass for a while because they keep giving me like half off credits. So the class that I just went to was only 3 credits. So I was like, okay, I can get my ass up. So I've been up since like 5. I went to bed at like 12:31. I don't know. Definitely running on fumes right now, but I will say that class was like the perfect early morning ass crack of dawn Pilates class. Like she wasn't doing too much. She was doing just enough. I felt like I got my body moving enough. And then my plan today anyways was to do this class and then go to my gym at work and walk on the treadmill for however long I felt like. So it's like the perfect, like, I still got some movement in, and then I'm gonna go do cardio situation. And then, because I did not have time to make my coffee at home today, I was like, you know what? I think my man gave me a Starbucks gift card like a month ago or so, and I haven't used it yet because I've been making my coffee at home. So I was like, you know what? Today's the perfect day to just get some Starbucks on my way to work. I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what Starbucks has to offer right now because I haven't had it in a while. Girl, tell me why they got ube. Look at how pretty that looks. This is the iced ube coconut macchiato. Now, I don't know what the fuck a macchiato is, so don't ask me. But it sounded good. I got it with non-fat milk because we're watching our calories. And then I got it with blonde espresso instead of regular espresso because I learned a while back that I prefer blonde espresso over regular. So you guys get to try it with me. Right off the bat, that's not really ube. It kind of just tastes like nothing, if I'm being honest. The espresso. Oh my god. All right, there's like chunks in here that I'm choking on. The espresso part is not that bad. Like the coffee itself tastes like good coffee. The ube doesn't taste like anything. But maybe it just needs to mix in a little bit. Y'all, I just need you all to take a look at what I get to see from work every day. Like, that's literally the sun rising.
In the city, remember you used to drive fine. I pick up whenever you call. In the parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me? In the Phantom with the roof gone. Pull up like Jimmy Neutron. I can help you get a move on. Like you haulin', I know. You like to go slow, but we could go faster. Tell me the password. Slide city, you know what that means. I'm coming up on you quickly. I bring nice things. Slide city, slide. Plenty other men tryna get in the bed. So I'ma get sloshed instead. I know it's gonna make you bad. What would I do?
Y'all, oh my god, it's like maybe more than a day later than the last clip that you just saw. I really wanted to read more last night, but when I was going to get in bed and get comfy and start reading, my head was so fucking itchy. This is TMI, it's gonna sound excuse me, it's gonna sound disgusting, but I do not wash my hair that often because it dries my hair out freaking crazy. And I think the last time that I had washed my hair before last night was like maybe 3 or 4 days ago. So it wasn't long. It wasn't like weeks. It was literally a few days. But because I work out and stuff too, I think the sweat was just hella built up on my scalp. Like way more than normal. And that shit was itchy and flaky and it was driving me insane. So I like had a mental breakdown and literally just stuck my head in the shower like this and shampoo, conditioned, and combed out my hair. And yeah, that took me like 30-40 minutes, and then by the end of it I was too freaking tired for anything, so I didn't read or do much else. But I come to you with really good news, guys. I'm so excited to announce that I got on the clinic that I wanted to get onto. If you don't know, clinics are extremely competitive for law school. Sorry, I just saw an operative. Clinics are extremely competitive. This clinic only allows 8 people in. I hadn't taken the prerequisite. And my worry is always that my GPA is going to keep me from opportunities that I really want and know I'll do well in. But I had this professor my first year. I see him in the hallways every now and then. He's a really nice guy. But I initially thought that I was going to hear back about it on Monday because I thought that's what they said. They sent an email when I submitted my application and they were like, oh, you will hear back on March 9th. No, that's not what the email said. The email said you will hear back the week of March 9th. So I've been patiently checking my email, and I just got the email today telling me that I made it on the clinic. So I'm so freaking proud of myself because, like I said, those things are so competitive. Out of everybody who applied, I don't know how many, and they're never going to tell me, I was one of the 8 people chosen to be on that clinic. So I'm really proud of myself. And what am I going to do to celebrate? I am going to Coach. I'm going to go to the Coach outlet store and I'm going to buy a new pair of shoes. I feel super grateful. I feel really proud of myself. It almost brought me to tears thinking about it earlier because I have gone through so much. I have overcome so much. I am first generation. Neither of my parents finished college. I am an older sister. Basically a second parent. I love my mom to death, but my mom has put me in a lot of really hard to deal with situations from childhood to currently. So I've really just had to battle on my own a lot of the time to just continue to strive for my goals and my dreams, and it's been hard, but I never have given up on myself. And along the way, I have found a lot of people who believe in me and support me and are stable. And having those people has absolutely helped get me to where I am today. But at the end of the day, it's really just I have never given up on myself. Ever. My law school GPA last year was not the best. Definitely not competitive. I went my entire first year undiagnosed and unmedicated with ADHD, which was naturally really hard for me to deal with. Sorry, y'all. Idiot Boston drivers. And so this year has really been a battle to overcome my GPA from last year. And I just feel really, really grateful because that's exactly what I've done. Last semester, I had a really prestigious, really amazing opportunity to intern at a place that I won't go into much detail about, but it was a really, really great opportunity, and I'm so grateful that I got to do that because it's a big reason why I am at my current job. And my current job is exactly what I have been looking for in a firm for years. It gives me exactly the right amount of support. All of the attorneys are super intelligent, but not assholes about it. I work with a lot of women on the daily. The law clerks that I work with that are like in the same position as me are super cool and chill. Like, I am just in a really good spot, a really good place. And then like cherry on top is me getting into this clinic that I really, really, really wanted to get into. So I'm feeling really grateful. I'm feeling really proud. I'm feeling sad that my man isn't here to celebrate with me, but also that's okay because now I have an excuse to go buy a pair of shoes from Coach. I'm just really excited for myself. I will probably call y'all back when I am in Coach. And y'all can help me pick out my shoes. Okay. Guys, this is literally my purse. This is a mini version of my purse. I'm freaking out. Look at this. I actually get it. Guys, I fear I might need this. Oh my god. Are you shitting me? Too expensive though. Okay, y'all, I am back home. I am cooking dinner, but I'm waiting for I'm waiting for my water to boil. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show y'all what I got from Coach, and then I got a couple fun packages in the mail today. So first and foremost, yeah! Are you kidding? When I get upstairs to my bag, I'll have to like put this on there and show y'all. This is literally a mini version of my red bag. Maybe I'll like insert a picture here. Like, you have to be kidding. And this was 50% off, so it's regularly $75 and I got it for $37.50. And it's just like a little mini purse. I can put like my poker chips in there. Like, oh, it's so cute. I'm obsessed. And then this is what I went in there for. I'm trying to exit my Croc era because, as I mentioned before, Crocs don't work with my feet no more. They make me hurt. And we had like one really nice day here in Boston the other day. And I was like, damn, I don't have any like spring, summer shoes to throw on other than Crocs. So then I was like, wait, I want to get like a nice pair. And then I was like, wait, I've been wanting those Coach kitten heels for a while. But then I was like exactly when am I going to wear those? Because the only times I wear heels is when I'm going to work or for a special occasion, like a wedding or something. So I was like, okay, maybe no kitten heels, but maybe I can get a pair of slides. These are so cute. These are so cute, and they're really comfortable, and they're gonna go with pretty much every outfit that I own. And these were $130, so I spent less than $200, which I think is pretty good for someone who is doing some retail therapy and also celebrating a big win. I think that was pretty good for me. Next, I got a package from Windsor. So to preface, I have an event in April for the Black Law Student Association. I'm on the e-board for it, and they're doing like a dress code, but in the sense that like you have to wear a specific color. So all of the regular attendees who are coming are supposed to wear some sort of variation of the color brown, and the e-board is wearing some sort of variation of the color green. I don't wear the color green. I don't. It's just not my color. So let's just say I was not excited about that choice, but let it be what it will be. So I was like, okay, I need, and it's more of a formal event. So I was like, first of all, I need a green dress. I don't own anything green at all, except for like one sweater. Second of all, I need it to be like more formal. So then I started scouring Fashion Nova. First of all, everything on Fashion Nova for dresses, overpriced. Then I'm like, okay, oh, Polly, if I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money anyways. Princess Polly, Amazon, everything way too goddamn expensive. And also, all of the green dresses are ugly. TikTok shop, again, every dress is ugly and too expensive. So then I remember, I'm pretty sure I bought a prom dress from Windsor back in the day. Let me go on Windsor and see what they got. And I found this cute dress. I think it was on sale. It had to have been because it was only $40. And it is this like silky satin moment. I'm sure the lighting in here is not doing it justice. But you know, we tie it on like this. It is giving a little more boob than I would like for a law school event, but also like we're all adults. So as long as my titties aren't like falling out, like spilling out, who cares? So I like it. I got it in a medium, which I was nervous about because my hips are pretty wide, but I think this is gonna fit me just fine. Like my hips are wide, but my waist is small. See? My main concern at first glance is that it's a little long. I'm not really like, by definition, a short girl, but I'm definitely not a tall girl, and I think this is meant for the tall girlies. So I'm gonna have to find a pair of heels that will work with this. But yeah, that's my little dressy that I got. Amazon, I love Amazon. Me and Amazon are like this. Don't cancel me. I'm sorry. If you have ADHD, Amazon is your best friend. Okay, speed run. First, Dove. This is the body scrub in crushed macadamia and rice milk. I told y'all in my last vlog I wanted to get a new scent of that, and that's what I did. And then last but not least, I was supposed to be going out on Saturday, but like my friend never texted me back about the plans, so I don't think that is happening. But when I thought that I was going out, I bought a mini skirt to wear because I don't have like really any going out clothes. So I just got this cute like pleather mini skirt, and it's a sport. It has shorts underneath, which was like the selling point for me because this ass is fat and mini skirts don't work unless I have shorts underneath. Otherwise everything is gonna be showing. But I was thinking of maybe returning this since I'm not going out anymore, but then I'm like, you know what? I bought it for a reason because I don't have like going out bottoms. I only have tops. And who's to say I won't be going out again a different time with a different group of friends. So like, I'll just save this for the future when that happens. But okay, that's my little vlog. I need to cook now. Since this is a reading vlog, I want to talk about like a few of the books that I'm in the middle of. As y'all saw me earlier, I'm currently reading The Unhoneymooners on my Kindle. I don't have the physical copy of that book. And I am about 65% of the way through this book, but I want to go through with you the 3 other books that I started and didn't finish. Actually, one of these I did finish, but it took me months to finish it. That one is Promise Me Sunshine by Cara, Bastone. This book was surprisingly really, really good. And the reason why I say surprisingly is because I don't normally like a read that carries a heavy undertone, because for me, reading is like an opportunity to go into some happy-go-lucky fantasy world where everything happens exactly as you predict it to happen, and there's no surprises and no bad things. This one is a story about our main character, Lenny. Lenny is dealing with grief. She just recently lost her best friend, which might be a spoiler, so I apologize. And she's also a babysitter, or a nanny. I don't know. She's a long-term caretaker for kids, and she winds up taking care of this child who is the niece of the male love interest. And it goes on from there, and it's really just like the way that she writes their banter, the way that she writes them getting to know each other and falling in love with each other and just kind of realizing how important each one is to the other is so sweet and so well done, so perfectly well done. I feel like a lot of the times these stories are lacking a bit of that connection. Like, they move the love story along a little too fast. Like, I feel like that's what's happening with Unhoneymooners right now, where it's like 2 days ago you guys hated each other, but now you're like in love with each other. It doesn't make sense, right? But this is a slow burn. But it's like, it's not a slow burn. It's just like their relationship develops on a normal timeline. But this was a really good read. I finished it. This was a 5-star read. If you are looking for a really well done love story, I absolutely do recommend this. What I am also in the middle of reading is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. This is the 3rd book in the Poppy War series. Obviously, I've already read the first 2. I started reading The Burning God. I got about halfway through the physical book before my boyfriend got me the Kindle. And then I think I read maybe a few more chapters on the Kindle before I was like, you know what? This book is hefty, and I'm ready for a different type of story right now. So I took a break from this book. I'm probably going to get back into it once I finish the Unhoneymooners. But the Poppy War series is really, 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 really good. One of my favorite series, if not my favorite series ever that I've read. This follows our main character, Rin. Rin is a very good main character. I have a love-hate relationship with her, but it also is like, when you put into perspective her life experience, where she's coming from, what she deems as more important, you are able to see her life and her choices from a different perspective. She does make some interesting choices, I will say that. But this is a fantasy book. So Rin is she starts as one of the last Spearleys left in the first book. This is a spoiler. She eventually becomes the last Spearley left. The Spearleys are like an elite race in this universe. They are very strong, very durable. They can wield fire. This book is about people entering the spirit realm, making connections with gods, using the power of these gods, but at a price. And it also is centered on a war. So the first book, The Poppy War, is her going to this elite military academy, and then by the end of the book, a war has started. The second book, that specific war has ended. Now we have a rebellion erupting. We have people trying to overthrow the current government. We have factions fighting for power. And then the third book is what happened after that kind of fallout war. And now we're following Rin into kind of her final battle. But it's a really, really good book. That explanation might have been very boring, but this is really good if you like fantasy. Last but not least, I very briefly started Lightlark by Aster. This is a 4-book series, I believe. The 4th book having recently just come out. I bought the first 3 copies of this from someone off of Facebook Marketplace for $15, so $5 each. I think I read like 2 or 3 chapters of this before I started reading the Unhoneymooners, because I was just tired of like this heavy storyline that. But as I was saying, Lightlark by Aster. I got tired of the complicating world building, character introducing that was happening in the first couple of chapters of this book. Not that it's because the book isn't good and the character building isn't good and the world building isn't good, but because my brain at the time just could not handle it. So it's like, I need something a little lighter, a little easier. That's when I started reading Unhoneymooners. Like I said earlier, I'm about 65% of the way through. Hopefully I can finish this by the end of the week next week. If I do, I will make sure to update y'all on my Instagram. But that is going to conclude this video. Thank you all for watching and hanging out with me this week as I try to make my way through this book. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this format of video. I hope that you enjoyed my book recommendations. And if you want more book recommendations, let me know, because I have a lot. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.